2 Samuel chapter 12. And the Lord sent Nathan the prophet to David. And he came to him and said to him, There were two men in one city, one rich and the other poor. The rich man had very many flocks and herds, but the poor man had nothing but one little lamb he had bought and nourished and reared. And it grew up together with him and with his sons. It ate of his own food and drank from his own cup and lay in his bosom, and it was like a daughter to him. And a traveler came to the rich man, who refused to take from his own flock and from his own herd to prepare for the foreign traveler who had come to him. But he took the poor man's lamb and prepared it for the man who had come to him. So David's anger was greatly aroused against the man, and David said to Nathan, As the Lord lives, the man who did this shall surely die, and he shall restore fourfold for the lamb, because he did this and because he had no pity. Then Nathan said to David, You are the man who did this. Thus says the Lord God of Israel, I am the one who anointed you king over Israel, and I am the one who delivered you from the hand of Saul. I have given you your master's house and your master's wives into your arms, and have given you the house of Israel and Judah. And if that had been too little, I also would have given you much more. Why did you despise the word of the Lord and do evil in his sight? You struck down Uriah the Hittite with the sword, you took his wife to be your wife, and you killed him with the sword of the sons of Ammon. Now, therefore, the sword shall never depart from your house forever, because you scorned me and took the wife of Uriah the Hittite to be your wife. Thus says the Lord, Behold, I will raise up adversity against you from your own house, and I will take your wives before your eyes and give them to your neighbor, and he shall lie with your wives in the sunlight. For you did it secretly, but I will do this before all Israel in the sunlight. So David said to Nathan, I have sinned against the Lord. And Nathan said to David, The Lord also has put away your sin. You shall not die. However, because by this deed you have greatly provoked the enemies of the Lord, your son who is born to you shall surely die. Then Nathan departed to his house. And the Lord made feeble the child that Uriah's wife bore to David, and it became ill. David therefore sought after God for the child, and he fasted and went in and lay on the ground in sackcloth. So the elders of his house arose and went to him to raise him up from the ground, but he did not want to do so, nor did he eat food with them. Then on the seventh day the child died. And David's servants were afraid to tell him that the child was dead, because they said, Indeed, while the child was alive we spoke to him, and he would not heed our voice. How can we tell him that the child is dead? He may do some harm. When David became aware his servants were whispering, he perceived the child was dead. Therefore David said to his servants, Is the child dead? And they said, He is dead. So David arose from the ground, washed and anointed himself, and changed his clothes. And he went into the house of God and worshipped him. Then he went to his own house, and when he requested food to eat, they set food before him, and he ate. Then his servants said to him, What have you done? You fasted and wept and lay awake for the child while he was alive, but when the child died, you arose and ate food and drank. And he said, While the child was alive, I fasted and I wept. For I said, Who can tell whether the Lord will be merciful to me, so that the child may live? But now he is dead. Why should I fast? Can I bring him back again? I shall go to him, but he shall not return to me. Then David comforted Bathsheba his wife, and went into her and lay with her. So she conceived and bore a son, and he called him Solomon. Now the Lord loved him, and he sent word by the hand of Nathan the prophet. So he called him Jedediah, because of the Lord. Now Joab fought against Rabah of the sons of Ammon and took the royal city. And Joab sent messengers to David and said, I fought against Rabah, and I took the city's water supply. Now gather the rest of the people together and encamp against the city and take it, or I will take the city, and it will be named after me. So David gathered all the people together and went to Rabah, fought against it, and took it. Then he took the crown of Melchol, their king, from his head. Its weight was a talent of gold with precious stones, and it was set on David's head. Also he brought out the spoil of the city in great abundance. And leading out the people who were in it, he put them to work with saws and iron threshing machines, and made them work as brickmakers. He did the same to all the cities of the sons of Ammon. Then David and all the people returned to Jerusalem.